Right. Hello, people out there in YouTube land. This is Wake Up and Agent Orange, and we're just going to talk to you about a graphic novel, well, a series of graphic novels that was written back in the late 80s, early 90s called Preacher. It was written by a guy called, I think it's Steve Dillon and Gareth Innes, and it's called Preacher. The main title character is called Jesse Custer, who is actually a preacher himself. Okay? So, Preacher's basically a simple story divided up into 8 different parts. The first one I would say is probably the best one because it just lays down and sets the tone and the mood for the overall story. If that's, would you agree with that?
I wouldn't agree that it's the best one, but it does set the tone well.
You've got your heaven and you've got your hell, and you've got Jesse Custer and Earth in the middle, right? And there's this thing called Genesis, which basically comes down to Earth and gets sucked inside Jesse Custer, the lead guy, if you will. And it basically gives him the power to, from what I understand, have the word of God. You know, and I'll be perfectly frank with you, the way that he was using the word of God in the first one was a lot more and a lot better than he did in the later episodes. Like, he wasn't like in there, and I kind of respected that and enjoyed that an awful lot because he wouldn't use it out of a sense of like moral code. You know, would you agree with that?
Yeah, pretty much.
But then, to be perfectly frank with you, I enjoyed because Jesse Custer was just like the kind of like an ordinary guy. Yeah.
He wasn't an ordinary guy.
He
Look
was,
at his,
yeah, no,
look at his past. He
no,
wasn't
yeah,
normal
I
at
know,
all.
no. He was like an average. He was like an average Joe, but he just had a few things that were a bit more fucked up happen to him in the past. No? Yeah, and like he had those flaws. The fact that he would just lose his temper, and he'd use his like power. If you he'd use his power just to carry on and manipulate people to get what he wanted. No.
What he needed, not what he wanted.
What he needed in
For the
was
greater scheme,
but no, there was no greater scheme. His only scheme was the whole plot of Preacher was just to get God to answer for what he'd done to Jesse for his past,
and most of the time, when he uses the word, it's to get information, to find out where someone is, or to stop someone from stopping him from his goal.
Yeah, but his main goal is just to talk to God.
Yeah.
That's also the main plot, isn't it? That God's gone AWOL, that he's vanished from heaven, leaving the angels in charge, and it's the angels that have actually let Genesis go, and Genesis is actually more powerful than God and Satan combined.
I thought Genesis escaped, or it was an accident or something. Was it not?
I think Genesis escaped, like it broke through, like yeah, it was good, and like, but to be honest, like you had that was the main context. Jesse Custer wanted to find God who was on Earth and make him answer for all the shit that he had done to mankind. Yeah, that was the main goal, but a surprising subplot which I found even more thrilling was the characteristics between the 3 main characters, between Jesse Custer, Tulip, which was Jesse's ex-girlfriend, and this guy that they just randomly meet called Kathleen. You know, and the way that all these 3 characters interacted with each other throughout the series, throughout the eight parts, throughout the 8 books, was actually more interesting to me than Jesse's vendetta against God. You know,
the characterization was phenomenal. I really enjoyed it.
That was the crux, you know, like, no, yeah. I was a bit skeptical at first because even you said it yourself, you weren't sure how they would keep the pace up because so much happened in the first one. You know, in I think it was Gone to Texas, and then Proud Americans. It was half of the Proud Americans because we read the 6th issue one where there was like 3 issues combined.
Yeah, what it was is this whole vendetta against God thing. I figured they'd find God, and you know that would be the big crescendo, and that would be the biggest thing that I was the most interested in. But as it turned out, finding out about Jesse's dad, his family history, about why he's the way he is, and even, you know, later on Tulip, finding out why these characters you get to know or why they are the way they are, I found that much more interesting than the actual what would you call it, the main plot.
Yeah, definitely. And like each character was actually, like every single character that was portrayed actually had a purpose, and he wasn't just there just for kicks. Like they actually had their own little nuances and like.
The story that I didn't expect to get into was Hairstar. Because when, especially at the beginning, I was just the Allfather, the original Allfather, revolting, disgusting.
He was an ugly bastard.
And I thought, Hairstar, he might, actually do some good here, and he just turned out to be a bastard.
He was always a bastard.
No,
look at him. He looked like. I'll be honest with you. The thing with Hairstar for me, though, he always looked like that classic Bond villain. When you first met him, when he was first introduced, when you met that whole backstory of the Grail.
Since when was Preacher about the classic villain and
he was.
Evil?
Oh, come on, he was. He was. Cassidy. No, that's where me and you differ. I don't. But no, right. This is where me and you differ with Cassidy. Right. I still think. I still think Cassidy was actually a good guy. Even at the end, even with the ending. No. Right, no. He was a typical bloke. No, he was a typical bloke. He was a typical bloke. No, wait, whoa, relax, chill. Whoa, chill. No. He was because he came through. You saw how fucked up I got with him. How fucked up I was at that character. And like because he starts off really cool. That's redemption. Like the guy, like that.
He's not a good guy.
That was an unexpected ending. The ending, the thing with Preacher, right? That I was really skeptical about how they would tie off all these loose ends in the final book, but they do it so well. Like for me, it was really satisfying conclusion. Like really satisfying conclusion. Like everything kind of fitted, and it didn't feel like they bastardized it.
I found more satisfying than the actual ending.
Right.
The first off, Tulip, she was amazing. She just deserves her own thing. But the way that God kept snivelling to people, and people were just like, "I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. Don't talk. No, I won't tell him that. You tell him yourself. If you want to get a message to Jesse, you tell him." And he tried it with everyone. And he was going through the ranks every time.
Like, no.
But no, Tulip for me, I really enjoyed her really badly.
I told you.
I even tried not to like her because he told me that I would love her that much, but she's just amazing. I loved her to pieces because she's really human, but she's badass.
Yeah, very badass. And she was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was cool. She was very cool.
And even the background with her. I mean, it just
No, every single character had a massive backstory. Like even Cassidy.
But not boring one. Not like some people they do like flashbacks and they get boring because you're like, oh, and this is the riverboatman. This isn't relevant at all. And you learn about them and they've got a sob story. You really want to find out more. You want to find out why they are the way they are.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, not all the stories are sad. Some of them are funny and like some.
Yeah, it was really well done, and it was ripped off by Supernatural a little bit. No, wait.
Says the man that hasn't watched it.
Hold on. No, I've done some reading about Supernatural.
Okay, come on then, hit me with it.
I went in right now because that whole backstory of God going AWOL and then trying to find out where he's gone. That was taken in Supernatural.
That's like a tiny,
I don't care.
Thing.
I don't. Whoa. Hang on. You're gonna let me finish.
No,
you're not gonna let me finish.
No, you're attacking something that I like watching.
I'm not attacking it.
Yeah, you're brutally assaulting it.
I'm not brutally assaulting it.
You're waiting. You've got more ammo and you're gonna try and throw it at me.